I think we are the youngest nation if we look at the percentage of youth that we have in our country, that is approximately 60 to 65% is the youth our country has today. And I think this is the best opportunity for our nation also to take our country to the next level, and whatever is been envisaged by our freedom fighters or the people of our country, that how and what this country has to offer to the world. This is the International Youth Day, but it reminds me of I think the iconic youth of our country, that's Swami Vivekananda. If the youth of our country can really understand how Swami Vivekananda at a very young age really reached out to the entire world, and through what India has to offer, he just propagated that thought process throughout the world. And so that shows the power that our country has, which our youth can really explore and really make a difference in this entire world. Because across the world, the younger population, different countries have different cultures, different things to offer, but we are very blessed to have born in this country, which has such a huge or such a longer cultural diversity as well as the knowledge base. So the youth of today, because typically what happens is when we look back, we feel okay, no, being a youth, we should not be following or practicing that this country has since ancient times, because we have never tried to understand the very culture, the very traditions of this country through a scientific way. But there is a way to really understand and make use of it for today's youth. If we really wish to make a mark, if we really wish to be very different than what the developed countries are doing, I think today's youth has tremendous opportunity if they will try and understand what this country has to offer through its ancient knowledge, and with the power of the education today, with the power of opportunities today, the youth of our country can really make a very different world altogether. So I believe on this very International Youth Day, our country, the youth can really harp on. We should do a case study. We should do a case study of what the technological advancement has offered to the developed countries, what are the challenges they are facing, and why are they facing those challenges. I think the answer lies there. The answer is with our country. How do you make technological and scientific advancement and still be a very great human society, a very human society? Why I'm saying this is, when we step into the society, when we become some professionals, we really have to understand, if I'm doing a certain business, how does it matter if I don't think about people around me? What is really causing problems in the developed world? Because it is very, very self-centered, जिसे हम आत्म केंद्रित कहते हैं. It's not outer looking, and on the contrary, everything that had happened in our country, you take the name of the greatest of the youth this country had ever, may it be Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, may it be Swami Vivekananda, may it be Mahatma Gandhi, or may it be any scientist, APJ Abdul Kalam. You take the names, since their youthful days, why they were the way they were, because they had understood what this country had to offer. And that's why they could contribute to the society in a very, what we can say is 360-degree thought process. If I'm doing something, how is it going to affect in a good or bad way to my surroundings, to the human, to the society? If every individual, our youth, who is going to make this nation a great country in the coming years, of course. If they realize this, I think the challenges that we see around the world today, people talk about ethics, our society, or people talk about sustainability. The Indian way of living was always sustainable. Everything was being reused and recycled in a very day-to-day life. If we just, our youth can just realize and understand and practice that, it's a very basic thing. People speak of very bigger and broader things. They don't talk about the very smallest aspects of it. I think the smallest things make a difference. Every youth who is going to be an entrepreneur, who is going to be a politician, who is going to be an artist or whatever, a lawyer, a doctor, if they really can try to inculcate the very Indian values and systems that our country has to offer, and they look at every aspect of it, like we many a times we see that people say, why so many rituals, why so many festivals? Every festival of our country is related with nature. It reminds you of nature. It relates you, it tries to take you to the nature. Every festival of our country is related to that. So in a way, we take care of nature. And that's how it is in our country since ages. If we'll try to study the youth of today, we'll try to study the personalities of the history, how they were really. If you'll study history, there are very few kings like Chhatrapati Shivaji in the entire world. There are very rare warriors like Bajirao Peshwa, the first Peshwa. And I feel that the youth must study this. We know the icons from the world, but we do not know the icons of our own country and who has so much to offer. It's rare. They were very rare, and if we can try and study, the youth can try and study this, while studying some technological program also, we must study history. History has so much to offer. History can show you the path. You can learn the strategies from history, and our country has it. To have a very strong culture is a blessing. Without culture, human life has no meaning. And that's what I believe, that our country is really blessed, and in this today's age we are a youthful nation, and this youth of our country can really show the pathway to the entire world if we can amalgamate these two things, our ancient culture, our education, what it has to offer, and the scientific advancement. So I really wish that our youth will realize, and they are rather. I'm really happy that the students of today, or the very young students, young minds are, they want to explore everything. They want to experiment. They want to question. It's a good thing. You should question about the things. That shows that curiosity. They are taking interest in what is happening around. So I think it's really good to see today's youth taking so much interest. They want to explore the things, they want to contribute. So I wish a very best to all the young minds of our country, that they will make this country the best nation across the globe. Thank you.